Now we're live.
We are live.
Okay. So I'm choking, but I'm gonna cover my face for now. You can say hello to everybody, even though there's not anybody here. Hey everybody.
Okay.
Hi Days. Hi Granny Boots. Hey StreamYard. Hello to everybody, even though there's not anybody here. Hey everybody. StreamYard.
Hey, Rabbit, how are you?
There's White Rabbit. Hey Rabbit. How are you? Okay.
Hope you're doing well today. So, how are you doing, Linda?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm hurting, really.
Yeah.
I'm hurting. It's first of all, I'm old. Second of all, you feel it when you're old. And I suppose a lot of my accidents have something to do with it too. But yeah, it's been raining, so I'm not, feeling the best. But
Right.
mentally, I'm okay. Physically, I'm. Let's just say that.
Well, hello, everyone. Dukes, Kim. I'm glad you guys could make it. Kim, I am going to schedule another live poetry reading. I have a couple other interviews that I want to get done first, and then I'll schedule that live poetry reading after that.
I wasn't flipping nobody. I just went like this. I don't want anybody to think I'm flipping them off. Okay.
And
But
so,
I'm not politically set for cameras or YouTube. I should have a warning label on my forehead. I'm going to warn people that right now that I really, I've looked for Linda filters everywhere I go. Never found one. So if somebody can come up with a Linda filter, ship it my way. Otherwise, you're just going to get what you get.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So, what do you want to talk about today, Miss Linda?
Well, I don't know. I thought it'd kind of give people an insight on why I'm here or why I've been here for the last 5 years and the wrongful convictions. Not that the story I'm going to tell you was this person was wrongfully convicted, because they weren't. Straight up. Okay. But it's my husband. I was married, and I had one child at the time, and he was from New York, New Jersey. He parked his car, he partied, that kind of guy, my first love. I mean, really, truly my first love. Okay. So we got married, and he moved me out to New Jersey, and picket fence. And I'm not lying when I say a house on a mountain with a picket fence. It really was. He made very good money. I was stay-at-home mommy, and he was gone a lot. First, he was he was so-called private limo driver. I mean, we had the limo in our yard, so that's proof. I seen checks, it's all proof.
Right.
But he wasn't doing that. Didn't know that. Then we moved. After that, I mean, we moved a lot. We moved from New Jersey to Minnesota, all back to New Jersey, in every different area you could think: White Plains, Franklin Lakes. I mean, all these really nice places, very nice home. I lived well. He took care of us,
Right.
Then I got pregnant, and we came back to Minnesota because I want to be around my family. I'm having a baby. Sorry. That's the way it is. Kind of selfish type thing. So we moved back and had the baby. Then he goes, okay, let's move back to New Jersey. Okay, well, we moved back to New Jersey. This is like 1996. I'll just let you know, because I got older children. So it's about 1996. And for some reason, we moved from one house to the next, like within a month. And I was just like, why are we moving? Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, he used to have people come in and move us, move everything. I never had to do anything, but I didn't even know they were coming. It's like, nice to know this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He started acting really strange. He started acting very strange, but I was still getting a paycheck. He was still treating the kids great. I mean, everything was great. So then he said, okay, we're going to move back to Minnesota. He was kind of like being mean to me, something he had never done before. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, you need to go back. It just automatically started like he was mean, wanted to have fights with me, wanted to and I was like, duh, you know what I mean? And mind you, I'm from Minnesota, okay? And I knew nothing about no criminal bullshit or nothing like that. I believed in, oh, I was getting married, I have babies, gonna live in the White House. I believed in that dream. Cinderella was fed to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes,
He
absolutely.
treated me like that. He really did. He really treated me good until he said, we need to move back to Minnesota. So when we moved back to Minnesota, he was so different. He was never there. He said he didn't have a job. It just really strange behavior, things I never seen from him before. All of a sudden, I'm gonna go to the store, gotta get cigarettes. I mean, mind you, we had still just moved there with like 2 weeks. We're still packing things in, bringing things in. We're still, figured we just got an apartment, so we were paying on that. And he goes, I'm gonna go get some groceries and gas, and I'll be back.
Right.
Never,
Wow.
never came back. Never came back. Okay. First night, it's like, God, I'm worried. Did he get an accident? Da, 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 but his behavior was like, well, maybe he's out drinking with his friends, or he
Right.
made it so I would think he was. He just wasn't nice. He wasn't around. So it was kind of like, okay, good. I'm glad he's gone. You know what I mean? I
Right.
don't,
Yeah.
seriously, it was to that point, never physically
Mhm.
touched me, never physically threatened me. Okay. But what he did to me was completely feed me a dream that was false. Everything about our life was on blood money.
Mm.
He was involved in very highly notable crimes, and I had no idea. When I found him after he left, like 6 months later, it was a letter I got from Rikers Island. That's where he was.
Oh, wow.
He got popped in a sting, like in 1996 or 97, something like 186 people went down, and it was a whole big, formed, SWAT,
Right.
and he was part of it. I still didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know why he was in prison. Here I am. I'm stupid. I'll wait for you. What can I do? Getting phone calls. Then uh, he sent me his papers. Well, that'd been great if I could have read them, because everything was blacked out.
Oh,
Everything
wow.
was so redacted that I didn't get nothing but, and this was said on blah, blah, blah. It was all black, every bit of it. Okay. Well, meanwhile, I'm trying to get a job, pay for the apartment, take care of 2 kids. You know, I grew up really fast, really quick. I
Right.
became so street smart within a week. I'm not even kidding you. I decided you chose to be where you are at. Okay. And that's where you're going to stay. Because right now I'm in Minnesota taking 2 kids, you
Right.
know, and I don't understand why you're there and you ain't talking to me on the telephone and blah, 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 blah. Well, okay. Then I started talking to his family and some friends out there, finding out what it was all about. Well, I found out what it was about. Okay. I didn't take no phone calls from him. I couldn't afford it. You want to
Right.
write me a letter? We'll write letters. That's the way it was. Well, I was so angry when I found out that he was going to be convicted of murder and
Oh, wow.
gun running and physically hurting people. Seriously, um, I didn't want nothing to do with it. I thought it was crazy because I never seen. I swear to God, I never seen a sign. Not one sign. How can somebody go and do that and come home to babies and a wife and act that way? Wow. Whoa, blows your mind. It
Yeah,
does.
absolutely.
It does. So then he got sentenced to 14 years in Leavenworth. So while he was there, I still was married to him, but I was moved on with my life. Okay, seriously was. All right. I didn't talk to him. I didn't care. You could divorce me, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. I'm moving on. You know what I mean? I'm moving on. Well, raised my kids, worked hard, raised my kids. They're pretty good kids. Got in another relationship for 17 years. We'll talk about that another time. But when I look back on my life And I look what I've been through with him. It made me want to fight for people who did not need to be there where
Right.
he was, and to try to fight for stiffer sentencing for those who do. Okay. Because it seems like you can be smoking a joint and you get 10 years. Seriously. I know somebody that's in Georgia right now on the street 3 strike rule. You know, a lot of states have that 3 strikes thing. And
Right.
his third strike was a blunt in his ashtray. Okay. So that to me is something that should, even though it's 3 strikes, it's such a minor thing. He could have been murdering people, but he wasn't. He was straightening out his life. It had been a long time. The guy had made a change in his life, and then they just took that all away from him, basically.
Right.
I find that very wrong because you do not live in your past. Do you know
Right.
what I mean? You
Absolutely.
have to, that is, unless you choose to. Okay.
Right.
Most people will choose to move forward and take different paths if they've learned lessons. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just thought my kids are raised. Um, I'm taking care of my mom. You know, my dad passed away. I flew back home. I used to live in St. Augustine on the beach. Oh God, I miss the ocean. But you know, and I came back and I didn't really have anything to do. So I watched a show and it completely changed my life. I have been fighting for wrongful convictions for 5 years straight. Um, I fight for Brandon Dassey
Right.
really strongly. He's been my key for fight, but there's others, lots of others that I've talked about that I fight for, that I have Twitter wars for. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
then I came over to this roller coaster, and to me, it's not true crime, because true crime to me is facts, documents, and proof. Okay, and so I don't see all this over here that way. To me, it's not. It's story time and all that, and I got a lot to say about that. But let them
Right.
call it what they want.
Absolutely.
To me, I just don't
Absolutely.
believe, honestly, that it's true crime, because I've never seen anybody handle a case like that in my life. In fact, they have personally, mark my words, they have hurt justice for the future for Summer in
Yes,
the
they
way.
have.
And you can say whatever you want about social media, but YouTube does have a very big following. You can see it by the views and clicks. And there's so much misinformation and so much damaging information and so much things that should have never, ever seen public eye. Okay.
Right.
Uh, that really hurts it. Hurts it. It does. It hurts justice. And I honestly think true crime should be that, true crime, truth. Okay. To a crime. All right. If you're in it like me, you want truth. You definitely want the truth. This is somebody's life you're fighting for. Do you know
Right.
what I mean? And you should think about that in every case. You know, there's a lot of cases, different ways you can fight them, you know. So that's me. That's why I'm here. And that's my whole woohoo weirdo story.
Well, it's not weird. It's relatable. It's absolutely relatable. Probably not in the fantastical ways, right? Not a lot of us have experienced a lot of what you went through in detail, but we have experienced
Mental abuse, a lot.
yes, what you went through as
Yeah,
far as all the other aspects going into, right?
yeah.
Like every story matters, and your story matters just as much as anybody else's, Miss Linda.
Thanks. I mean,
And
I'm just another story in a book, you know what I mean? But my whole thing is, if I can come out of that, you know, because some people just think they can't. They lost their husband or they cheated on him. And believe me, I don't think anybody's pain to any level. You have it all your own way. You grieve your own way. I don't judge anybody. Okay.
right,
But you don't have to live in that. Don't let it consume you. Know that you're better, that the experiences you've had are just to teach you. God makes no mistakes. You
absolutely,
make bad choices. Okay.
right,
That's how it is. Honest, it is that way. And I'm going to be 60 years old. So if I could survive like that, and I really do have a good attitude, I want to help people. My tragedy in my head can make me drive further for the right.
What a day to wear the shirt that I'm
Ah,
wearing, right? Do you
yeah.
see this? Choose joy, right?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Choose happiness. That's right. I mean, you can live in your past and not have learned and move on and help, maybe help somebody else. Maybe just know that you're better than that and your value is much greater than you give yourself credit for, and love yourself and love your good choices and pass that on. It's all about passing goodness on, I think.
Yes.
Pass it forward.
Yes. Always pay it forward, right? Kill them
Mhm.
with kindness because all you're going to get
Silent and
paid is
deadly.
more hate.
Kill 'em with
Yep.
kindness and silent and deadly. Most people, if you're, it's like the constant bickering and things that go on in YouTube. You know what? I think if you're complaining about it, well, then you're obviously watching it and it's irritating you. And I think maybe you should tune off that channel and go to something that makes you happier. I have found so many nice channels I can watch all day long. You know what I mean? Where I don't feel angry. If I feel angry or I don't feel comfortable there because we're not that like minded,
Right.
or it's just I don't feel that way, it's better to go someplace where you're happy. I mean, really, because there are so many nice. Rabbits is a beautiful place to be.
Yes. You got
Here
to
is a
find your
beautiful place.
tribe.
Yes, it is. It's fun. It's different. It's exciting. The people are all nice. The chat is wonderful. I love everybody. I love all of our mods. You know what I mean? You find some
Mhm.
very nice people. So don't let a channel that has really made you angry turn you away from trusting and believing that some people are real. I am like
Right.
this in my real mother freaking life all day long. There ain't changing it at my age. You got to take it or leave it straight up. You know what I
Right.
mean? It is
Absolutely.
just
I'm the
not
same way.
worth it. Why waste your good thoughts on that? Put that to use and have a suggestion or come up with an idea. Because most of us creators will love to hear that. And we love to do things like that. So check it out. People are not all evil.
No, they're not. And not all people are out to get a one-upsman,
Yeah.
riding off the back of somebody else's channel either. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
absolutely grateful that Rabbit has shouted my channel out. She's allowed me to put other creators' channel links in her chat. And this isn't a pump Rabbit up, right? This is just my truth. Um, she is, she's, she's always been there when I needed a friend, and I don't know how else to say it. And I appreciate that, like, for real. Um, I appreciate you, Linda. Thank you for
I
sharing your
appreciate you.
story.
And I
Um,
appreciate everybody. And I do. And I honestly, if you go to my channel, it is nothing but about people, what they do, how they research. I'm a people person. I love everybody. I think everybody is wonderful. You know what I mean? We all got our own styles. You just got to find your comfort in it.
right, or your niche. Yeah,
Yeah, because
absolutely.
there's really good people out here, and you can really get some nice relationships. Like, see, sorry, Dazed is my sister from another mister and a mother. you know,
Right?
we're like connected. I found people that I feel very connected to.
Yeah,
That I can just relate with, and that's really a good feeling. Rather than feeling that who's going to attack me for thinking this. You know what? I don't care who you watch. If you're good to me, and you treat me with respect, I've got the same for you, straight up.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Do you want to tell people a little bit about your channel? Because I don't know if, like, I know that Rabbit's been on your channel. Obviously, I've been on your channel, but any of
I've
the
had a
clarifications.
genealogist on. I've had deep researchers in our case on. I've had dog experts on. I've had different things. You just got to kind of check it. I'm just kind of now getting back into it. I kind of laid off for about close to 9 months. I didn't do anything, but that's because I lost some very good friends, very like my best friend on YouTube, and we used to
Right.
collab a lot. and I lost her. And then we lost a very, very important person in our community. So I just wanted to break, and I'm coming back now, just like I've always been, a supporter of supporters. So I talk to anybody about everything, kind of like you, but I really like to talk true crime and cases and facts with
Right.
documents, proof, I'm all about that. I try to put out, lately, I've been trying to put out some um, missing people's prevention and links to where you can get total information and what you can do, and the statistics of what states with what, who states higher for this and that. So I'm kind of on that right now. I'm kind of on the information for missing children and persons,
Right.
and I'm trying to put out information like that on daily, just on my, it doesn't pay to make a video about it and get my big old mug on there, when all they really need to know is just click this and you can go see it, so
Right.
it's a quick way of adding to something I'm learning how to do, because I want to
Right.
try to get some people on that are specialists in kids areas, in teenage areas, kids that run away, because I was a runaway. So, there's group homes and programs, and I'd like to be able to present that. So that's what I'm working on.
Right. That's super cool. That's absolutely cool. I absolutely, you know, when I, to be honest, when I first thought about starting a channel, I absolutely didn't know where my channel was going. Obviously, I started out just doing like walks and talks, like Michelle talks, right? Which
Yeah,
I didn't want to do her shtick because obviously she's got a good thing going, right? She's the queen of true crime, and I absolutely didn't want to touch true crime with a 10-foot pole. I seen how toxic the community was as a whole, and I'm not about that life. I'm not about weaponizing authorities or putting out hearsay or any of
right.
that stuff. And to be honest, what drew me to the true crime community was Summer. Like, I'm literally
Oh
20
yeah.
minutes from Ben Hill. So
I,
she's definitely a local to me. And I
I
just,
see so many people that are here just for summer, and I think it's fantastic. But if you've got that much care for one little kid, you should have for more. And and
absolutely.
and I think it's opened up the avenues for people to talk about that, because it is a silent thing. People don't talk about it, and it's sad because it is very prevalent in this world. It would break your heart to know some of the things that truly happen. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yes.
and so many kids don't even get reported, okay,
Right.
until too late, and that is a big problem. And that is where your village helping you really needs to help you, because you need to be aware. I've seen so many cases where they say, I didn't even know they had kids next door, didn't even know, and they were abused children, like the Turpins. you know them people were very abused. Nobody even knew they had kids. See them
Right.
once in a while, and that's it. And that is something that people should be aware of. Be aware of. If you get that gut feeling about something, just watch it. Because that's I believe that's like a little angel telling you, hey, be aware. you
Oh,
know
absolutely. Absolutely. And I absolutely, well, here I go saying absolutely like prayer garden.
Absolutely.
Sorry, prayer garden. That just kind of stuck out in my head. If you ever come across this video in a future life or in your present life, I'm so sorry. I did not mean anything by it. I just that
Yes, I did. It's funny as hell, too. Look at that.
um
You are the internet absolutely. And I can't even do her, but let's face it, if you're famous for something, that ain't so damn bad, right? Especially on these streets.
right.
Okay, because you can be a cloud
Absolutely,
chaser like
Donald.
rabbit, be one like her, because I'm going to get me a shirt that says, hey, I'm a mod for a cloud chaser.
Right?
You got to
um
take it with, this is talking about extremely important things. Your channel is very easy to come out and tell a story. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
haven't told nobody that full story I don't think that's in this community. I've talked lightly about it, but in my other community where I was, wrongfully convictions, you guys go on over there and see it because it's really good. People are really nice, and it's nothing like this over here. I don't know how to explain it, but it isn't. But I mean, it's great. You should. I think you should feature a lot of channels like this because it is so. And the one like that fashion lady. Oh, I tell you what, I went over there and just think
Adorable, isn't
she
she?
is so cute. Okay, and I just think she's a breath of fresh air. I've been making videos about little channels. Go check them out. I haven't watched every one of them, but I'm trying to feature little channels that seem to be like not seen. And
Yes, yes,
and
because there's a lot of people that get buried under the minutia that is called YouTube, right?
the analytics.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not out here to make money off of YouTube.
Mhm.
I just wanted to open up a forum for people
Yeah,
to feel comfortable coming in chat, coming on panel, like sharing their stories, just being whoever they are. I never wanted, like, what you see with me is what you get. I am 100%, just like Rabbit said today, I am 100% me, like right now,
yep,
as
yep,
I would be at work or
yep.
talking to one of my friends. I'm the same way. I care. And
Yeah. There are people that care and that have true hearts with good intent. And if you want to really catch up on some real logic, go listen to Mountain Girl. She'll
yes,
tell you
she's
how it is.
absolutely, if one of the mods will grab Mountain Girl's link, I would
She
appreciate
is
it. She
a
is
straight
absolutely
shooter.
real.
She is classy and she is real.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the type of people that I have found since I just started exploring and going other places and found I don't need to be at these places that stress me out and I get bad vibes or I just don't like what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I don't agree with it, and I'm sorry, but the Summer Wells is very important to me, but she's not the only one. I'm sorry to
No,
say that. It
and
doesn't lessen my care for Summer at all by saying that. It doesn't. Please don't think I'm mean and I don't care. I do. But Summer's story has been so stretched and so convoluted with lies and stories from everybody interjecting themselves, from people
right.
talking to drunken parents to, they've been under a
Thank you,
microscope.
Rabbit.
They've been torn apart by every single hem stitch they ever had in their body. And creators have done that to each other. And now they're all happy go lucky. And a next session of the circus is about to start with some new acts. It's
Right.
just
Yeah.
ridiculous. Okay?
It's
Because
just a big old cycle.
especially if you're a person who says you're a victim and then you were abused and then it affected you. Yes, you do not go back to that abuser, not allow that abuser to come back into you. I don't think that's a good idea or a good message to put out to anybody you say you're speaking for. you know
Right. Right. I agree. I mean, that isn't that the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result?
yeah,
I mean, just being honest. I
you
am
can't be an
absolutely
advocate
being
when you're
honest.
doing things that advocates don't do.
Right. Right.
Your words and your actions do not meet. You're a mess. You're a mess. You better get it together.
Right.
That's how I
Right.
feel. Hey, Frankie. Hey,
Yes.
everybody.
Hey, everybody. Sorry,
Yeah,
I usually wait to greet everybody like I do a roll call or sort of a roll call at the end of my at the end of my lives. Here I am stumbling over every one of my words here. But
and I
I
just don't shut
absolutely
up.
agree with you, Miss Linda. I think that, well, statistics do say that every 4 seconds there is someone missing. Like someone goes missing every 4 seconds, and that's just in the U.S. That's not worldwide. So,
I got them statistics up on my channel,
so
and
there's definitely a need. There is a need for more information on the cases that don't get covered, that don't get the media attention that they should.
and
I
this is
felt,
something too to be aware of. I want to. Sorry for interrupting, but
oh no,
the
go ahead.
databases on missing children or missing people are not up to date. They still have people on there that I know have been found, deceased or somebody's going to be 120 years old, I think you should take them off of the list.
Right.
Even though they've never been found, you might still be able to find them. So that might be the reason. But these have been recovered people. And so we need to also get on them to make their updates so we can have current and proper factual statistics.
Absolutely. Our
So,
system is so broken at the moment. It needs a complete overhaul.
yes.
Just putting it out there, especially when it concerns the missing.
Mhm.
There needs to be more laws added concerning social media, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
In ongoing cases. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I get it. Like, seriously, I do get it. But I also, on the other hand, like I said the other day on Rabbit's channel, like I'm going to repeat myself here. I'll walk around downtown on my lunch break and I've asked people, do you know Summer Wells? And they're like, no, who is that? So I share her missing poster. Like, I feel like that's being proactive, especially locally.
Oh, yeah.
Because, and I'm not judging the parents because I can't. I can't.
I think they've been judged, tore apart, put
Yeah,
down. And what are they going to do? What are people going to do? How can you take back some of that evil when you find out it wasn't them? Because we don't know.
No, we
We
absolutely don't know.
And that is actually it's like putting Jesus on the cross, okay? Because honestly, you are just convicting and crucifying these people when you do not know. Yes, they are dysfunctional. Yes, they are not great parents. Yes, they are drunks and have drug problems and domestics. Yes, 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 yes to all of the things you found. But has any of it, that anybody has even talked about, dragged about, bringing in different people, Robin, Tim, all these people, and accusing them of things, has any of that brought one fact to the table and put one person not a suspect? Absolutely not. It hasn't. There are freaking 3 things that are true. Summer Moon, Utah Wells went missing on June 15th around 6:30 in the evening, okay, from 110 Ben Hill Road. Second, every single person that was around her had anything to do with her is a suspect and has not been cleared, okay? And 3, everybody injected, including the parents and anybody else, has all been liars. That's it. To me, that's all.
Right.
I can't listen to it anymore. I can't watch a channel that's going to sit there and put Summer Wells in there and not bring me something new, or at least not talk about it in a way that is, helpful. I don't think the dragging, I don't think the created scripted fights and the going over everything a million times is going to help, because we know they're liars. We know everything about it, including the timeline is a lie. I always remember that 911 call when they said, the mother said she went on a walk. Why doesn't anybody dig into that? Instead of a milk carton or a bathing suit or a pillow or, stupid shit to me. That's rabbit's hole. That's stupid. It's dumb.
Right. Yeah,
okay?
you can
I
only
don't care what you think of me for saying that, but it's dumb as hell. Who cares if there was a tote in the back? Summer was in that car. It doesn't matter, okay? That stuff does not matter. You need to do a victimology, okay? That is how you have to follow instructions of an investigation to get to the truth. We haven't heard the truth, including the parents, including the officers that put that picture out of Summer that was not looking like Summer. Summer did not look like that on that missing poster. She had her hair shaved. Her weight and height was wrong. That is not how you find a missing child.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Something went awry from get-go, right?
Right. And I do believe, just my opinion, I do believe Ellie did absolutely drop the ball in this case. They should have roadblocked that night. They waited 9 days. That is a fact.
Yep, they did not follow protocol for a missing child.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They thought she had wandered off, and they thought they were going to find her within the first 72 hours. And when they didn't, they started freaking. I mean, I just sitting back, looking from the outside in. This is like all the data that I've collected over these months.
Nice to hear facts.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a
Yeah.
Christmas picture, and it should have never been used for the. Even though that she looked pretty, it's still not like a true representation
She could
of.
have dark hair right now. You give her a shaved head, you can figure that. You're going to think that. You're going to think this child's face could have different hair, right? You're going to think could be a wig. You know what I mean? It could be posed
Right.
as a boy. You know what I'm saying? There are different ways to look at it. If I would have seen a balded child or she had, but I would have pictured the child just the face, and remembered the
Right.
face, because you can't really go by the hair at all, because they could put a wig on it. Why do people shave a girl's hair? There's many reasons. Could have been bugs. We don't know the reasons. We can go down rabbit holes and we can accuse. I'm done with all that. I
Yeah,
really
me
am.
too.
I
Me
just
too.
want everybody to really remember that in a good investigation where they want their evidence to be secure for a conviction, and I'm talking about the TBI, FBI, all LE, when they don't tell you anything, it's good. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
remember that 10 months, even a year, seems like a lot for all of us, because we want so badly to find this little girl, because we have seen so much dysfunction from her family. You can only want to know she okay. That poor little baby, just got to get her some justice. I get all that, but you got to let the LE do their job. And
Yeah, look
another
how
thing
long it
is
took on the Cow City boys. Like it
all,
took a
yeah,
year.
yeah, and all this negative, stupid YouTube callers in with phone calls that don't mean shit. Okay, sorry, I have
Right.
not heard one freaking thing that makes any sense to send it into TBI. Nothing. Because if it was, you wouldn't have been on here telling all of us. Okay, it would have went to TBI and that's it. Would have let them do their job. So they have to file through all that, all them tips. They have to take them seriously because you do not know, right? So they got that
Right.
to flood through. So it's going to take a while, but just believe in the system. You know what I mean? Say your prayers. And if anybody has anything credible, please call 1-800 TBI find. That's all you can say. That's all I can say now. I'm going to move on to other children and things, I guess. I still pray every day.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. The best thing in this child's case that we can do is pray.
Mhm.
Like legit. I mean, pray, pray like
Yeah.
pray without ceasing for Summer. Like,
Mhm.
realistically, I know with it being almost a year, I know that it's probably not like at this point it's a recovery mission and not a bring home. Just
Well, yeah.
I mean, and it could still be, but just realistically, logically speaking, I
The
don't know. I
statistics will
mean, and
tell
being
you.
I don't know, I don't wanna go down that road.
Right.
I'm not into conspiracy theories. I just want facts.
Mhm.
This little girl needs to be brought home, period.
Mhm.
Period, point blank.
Yeah.
And if something happened to her, whoever done whatever, they need to be held accountable 100%, whatever the law.
In my opinion, I believe they're guilt. There's something there, but I have no proof. Okay, and I'm
Right,
not going to trash them. Okay, because of my opinion. Right, something very shady there. Something very shady from get go. Why would you lie about your child? Why would you lie about the time? What you're doing with your child? Why would you go into such detail about planting flowers, which had nothing to do with nothing? Okay, because you're
there was a
trying to
lot of extra
deflect.
detail.
Yes, there's a lot of
There was.
there, and I've thought that from the beginning. There's a lot of deflections in this case. People added in things happening at certain times that I think people took upon themselves to do. Okay, but wholeheartedly, them Wells brought this circus here themselves. Okay,
They
and
sure
they are
did.
very, very responsible for the way they act, because that mother does not act like she lost all of her children. There's absolutely no way. And I just cannot even understand that. She must be missing something in her empathy or something mentally that makes that happen. I don't know. I am not a diagnostic doctor, mental doctor, whatever. I don't know. I have my own thoughts. I personally can't imagine ever doing that
Right.
to ever. So for me, I mean, I got my thoughts, but I'm just done tearing them apart. I'm done. I want to wait for some more facts. I'm done hearing
Right.
about. I'm
Absolutely.
done reliving the stupid Don Well calls. Anything rerun. I'm done with. I've seen it.
Me too. Me too. I know that there's been a lot of oh goodness, I can't even speak. Criticism over the visual, but I believe
Oh, I
that
think
it's
that's a good thing.
yeah, I believe it's a good thing. I believe it just tells Ellie or law
You're not
enforcement.
forgetting.
I really don't want to curb my words on here. I mean, I'm not monetized, so I mean, obviously I'll have to once I get what if I ever get that big or whatever, which I don't think I will, but I really like the community that I've started to build here. Excuse me. I do believe that I don't even know what I was going to say now.
Law enforcement's better step it up, and we ain't going nowhere.
Yes. Oh, yes. I
I
that it will be a good thing. It'll show
think
law
it's good.
enforcement that we haven't forgotten about her. Like, and we
I
don't
hope a
let this
lot of
case
people
go
show up.
cold.
I hope a lot of people show up because it is people showing support for summer. Okay, it doesn't matter. Go there. I go to a rally for the Dassies every year, and I got to tell you, we make 3 stops this year. We're going to 3 different counties, even going to Madison itself in front of the governors. I got to tell you, people matter when you do that. When you
Yeah.
peacefully protest, and that's what we do. We hold a banner and a sign, and we say we want justice. There's no violence. There's no nothing. And for summer to go and have a candlelit whatever you say, visual, yeah,
Vigil,
I
yeah.
think that's very peaceful. I think that shows love for summer, and it shows everybody that you're not going to forget her, and you want them to know
Right.
that. I think it's a
Right.
good thing, and
And
I hope a lot of people go.
yeah, me too. And I absolutely hope that these YouTubers don't start playing politics and saying, well, we're
Well,
not
I
going to
can
go
guarantee you
here and
some
we're
of
going
them
to go
will.
there. This ain't about you. At the end of the day, this ain't about you. It's about summer. We
Well,
need to
then pay
gather
attention to
together
who
for
does.
summer. Yeah, absolutely.
Pay attention who does. That's somebody you really don't want to watch or support, in my eyes. If they can't put everything aside and be there for summers, for precious little summer,
Yeah,
honestly, to
yeah.
show her some respect and say you want justice and you have not forgotten about her. If you can't put it aside, you don't need to be there, and you don't need to
Well,
be on YouTube.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I agree wholeheartedly. Like it shouldn't be there should not be any kind of drama. Nobody should show their ass. And yes, I said ass. Nobody should show their ass. We're all grown adults here.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
And we're meeting for a 6-year-old little girl.
Yep.
6.
Yep. It's a little girl, okay, who
Yeah.
we do not know what happened to her. Show her the respect and love and be a decent, caring human being. Be there for the right reason, not for clicks and views, okay? Because that's not the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And me, I'm the world's worst. Like I was me personally, I like to be in the moment and live in that experience. Like I have no pictures of my kids growing up because
Oh,
I was
yeah,
always
no, me
in the
too. I'm
moment.
like so stupid. Why did I take a picture of that?
Yeah,
You know?
no, I wanted to experience it because I have all these memories, but I don't have anything to go back and catalog it with, but I have the memories,
Yeah,
right?
I do too.
I'm a in the moment type of person. I've never been one. I've never been big on pictures. Like, they got their yearly pictures at Sears or at school or whatever, but I never
Yeah,
like once cell phones weren't, and
I
I'm
was.
probably dating myself, but once cell phones came around, and I still don't think to take pictures. Like it's not a thing for me. It ain't about that for me. It's about being there and being in that
Being
moment
present.
and
Yeah,
just
being present.
soaking up the good vibes.
Yeah, getting the love. Just getting the love.
Yes,
I
Dukes.
wish I could be there, but I'll tell you what. I will be here, and I know somebody will live stream it, and I don't say that's anything wrong. I'm just talking about live streaming some drama and kind of scripted
Yeah,
things that might happen. But I will be with whoever's live streaming it. I'm going to have a candle, and I'll be saying my prayers for summer too, like I do every night for every missing child. I honestly say a prayer for the Lord to help watch over all the children of the world because people are not
yes.
making good choices for them. and they are in hard places. So please watch over them. That's basically my prayer every night for children
Yes,
and people.
absolutely. Absolutely. We
World's
live
gone
in
crazy. It's gone crazy. There's two
this
different
world is
ways too.
really
See,
crazy.
I can do that, and yeah, I'm a strange one.
I like Strange. Me and Strange get along.
Yeah, I wonder how strange though. No, not that strange, but I'm a little on the balance of, maybe I need a hug me coat in a pink room. I don't know. Maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think you should laugh through life. A lot of things are not that funny, but and sometimes I laugh at tragedies, which is really bad, and I don't know why. I think it's a nervous thing.
Yeah.
But but when you can get a good laugh, and if you're laughing at me and I make you laugh, hey, have a ball, man. Clip it, chip it, do what you got to do.
Right.
It's like that's my worst thing in life. Then fuck it, I'm the bad girl.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's my motto, right? Glass is always half full, and there's always a silver lining. And if you can't laugh, fake it till you make it, right?
Right on. But I don't fake it. I can't. Listen, there's too much real in me that has to come out. So I can't fake it. I just can't. This is me.
Right. Well, you know what I mean. Like the whole laughing. If you can't laugh at it, then just laugh anyway.
Oh, man. The people that met me at the rally for the first year that I went there in 2019, when I went the first rally, and I was like, well, I don't think they're going to really not miss me because I have like the loudest whistle in the world, and I'm not lying. I don't need a bullhorn. I can whistle and you'll hear it. Okay. And I'm very out there. I'm just like, I'm a hugger, and I'm a crier because I get so emotional that I cry like happy tears. I'm like, I'm so happy to meet you. People are like, whoa, bitch, back off. But they find out, and I do kind of stick out because I just want everybody to have a good time. And I notice everybody. And to me, everybody matters. Anybody who's fighting for something that's not right, I don't care how small you fight for it. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. You know what I mean? And you're a special person. Everybody is special. Everybody.
Yeah.
I love the
Some are
world.
special ed, but that's okay too, because we all have to have our niche.
Hey, I love the world. The world just don't love me all the time. What can I do? Maybe it's something I said. I don't know.
No. I am sorry. That was my poor attempt at a joke, y'all. Seriously, that really was. I was special ed growing up. I had to have reading classes, so I'm just kind of poking fun at myself. So
hey, if you poke fun at yourself, what are them haters going to talk about?
Right. Yeah.
That's a good way to kill a troll. Just say all your bad business all out here. Use it all you want. I know my truth. I don't care. Have a ball.
Right.
Go make a meme.
Yeah.
If you made a meme, you're freaking famous, man. Because that meme will get used around the world. Believe me. So,
right.
Have at it.
That's what I say. I got two feet, but I can't always walk on them at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm tripping over one of them or the other.
Yeah, I know that feeling. It's kind of like I tell everybody in chat, sorry, my fingers never went to the spelling bee or one either of it. And they're blind. They don't know what they're doing.
Right. Yeah, no. I have so many typos, and especially when I'm on my phone because my hands are like man hands. So, a little keyboard.
This is a size 11. 11. So wrong finger to give you the one finger flying flag. That's my favorite thing, the one finger flag. I love that.
I know I need to make a sticker with that, right?
Yeah, because that's my saying. Every time I say that, I go, hey, give him the one finger flag, man. I got that from Tim Stark from Tiger King, okay? Because that's his favorite thing to say. Fucking one finger flag. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Sorry, guys. I know I'm PGing you all to death with the absolutely, but I don't sound like her, so that gives me brownie points, okay? Just kidding.
Hey, I'm sorry. Oops, not really. I'm too damn old to care, and my bucket of gave a shit was full years ago.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, is there anything that you've got coming up on your channel?
Nah, I haven't really. No, I'm just making videos, having a ball, doing some videos like the one I put out today, just some eye candy, or just making videos on smaller channels, or just nothing real too heavy right now because my
Right.
fibro's kicking in. But I'm still gonna be out there fighting. It just might not be real loud, you know.
Right. And I did want to suggest, while I have you here checking there, or and anybody in the chat that suffers from fibro
Fibro.
or any chronic illnesses, okay, there is a channel called Ya Sisterhood,
Oh, I've seen that.
and all the things, like they every practically everyone in the chat suffers from a chronic illness.
I belong
That
to a
that
Facebook
want
group.
they're always welcoming when I go in there. I don't have chronic illness, but I studied nursing, and just I like people, right? I like to go.
You have so much empathy. That's so wonderful. That is wonderful. A
Well, I
lot, a
just
lot of
like
people
people.
don't
So
got
if
it.
you guys get a chance, go sub up to Ya Sisterhood.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I think that's the name of the channel, Ya Sisterhood. Her name's Heidi, and she's Justice for All's friend, but she's super sweet. She's just a down to
Doesn't
earth
matter whose
good
friend
person.
you are or who you watch. Like them for who they are.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I say.
Dukes, you would probably like that channel. Like that, like all the women that she lets up
Ooh,
on
I'm
panels,
sorry,
they have
babe.
chronic illnesses. So they just chit chat about their
Sorry.
illnesses and talks amongst themselves in chat.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. All you guys, I'm so sorry. Anybody who is suffering from any kind of pain whatsoever, I will pray for you. I promise I will. I mean, every prayer counts. I'm not
Yes.
Bible thumping. I just believe in the Lord. I'll tell you. You get older, you start believing. You really do. The mind
Oh,
is willing, but
absolutely.
the body won't. 1000%. You know what? I'm telling you, if my body would do what my mind would let me do, look the fuck out. There's trouble on the streets. I'm not
Right.
kidding you.
I'm going to try to find her link and post it in chat, because I feel like that would, just because,
Oh, she got it. Rabbit got it. Yeah, yeah, channel.
okay.
Boy,
All
so
right.
good.
Thank you,
Mom.
Rabbit.
Love it.
Thank you, Rabbit. I don't know. I like to pay it forward, and
Mhm.
um I think maybe every time I come on, I'll feature a channel maybe later on in the stream that I like. Obviously checking, or the panel guest at the time, I hope you guys subbed up to Alex Erickson. She's
Oh,
super
she's a
sweet.
sweetie.
Um,
Yeah,
I've
I like
got,
there's so many. I mean, there really
yes,
is. I mean,
yes,
that makeup and fashion or whatever, murder and fat, whatever, that little blonde lady, she's so cute. Oh my gosh, I
crimes
like
and
her.
fashion.
Yes. There's a lot of channels. I mean, I just go snooping. I go to places that I'm like, oh, I heard that name. Let me see. Or I see somebody in chat, right? And they're talking, and then I'll look their name up and they got a channel and I'll listen to it. Usually they're very small channels, you know what I mean? But
Yes.
that's how I'm finding a lot of really good people. There are
Yeah.
really good people on the streets. You don't have to be on the crazy roller coaster all the time. Come on over to some nice and try something different, like here, sharing stories. Rabbit's got everything going on there, horror
Yes.
stories.
Rabbit's just,
That's
I
a
could listen to her all
multi-channel.
day.
Or go to the channel where they deal with, like you just said, yeah, yeah, sister, or crafting channels, or there's all kinds of channels. And
Special Spills is another
oh,
crafting channel,
no,
so
wait a minute.
check her
That's my
out.
AKA sock. No, it's not. I really have a painting YouTube channel, so that's Special Spills. But I am not the Cheshire Cat. Thank you for the compliment, though. Thank you very much for that compliment. I'll take it, but I am not.
Right. Yeah, like I would absolutely love to like feature like the smaller channels on
Yes,
here. Like,
they need attention. The bigger channels are going to stay that way and grow more. And that's great. I don't wish nobody nothing bad. I want them to do whatever they do and keep doing it. I just want everybody to know that there's just so much variety. And
yes, there
you really can
absolutely
be
is.
happy. You really can meet some nice people and be happy. What? Sorry I missed y'all saying hi to me.
Well, Frankie, I love you.
Oh, Frankie, always. Here, I'll let you go. You're probably not used to it. I'm just a rattle cage.
Oh, me too, me too. But like, the next person, just to give you guys a little heads up, I've reached out to Granny's Watching. I don't know if you guys even know who she is, but I do. She's a little spitfire on the other side of the true crime community.
Not even true crime. She is straight up drama.
Well, I like her. I think
That's
she's
okay.
cool.
I've listened to her. I think she's cool. But I'm just saying she's drama. Put it where it is.
Right. Well, yeah. I don't. Right.
But
Well,
she's a good person.
she's
She's
going
not.
to come on my panel and talk about her recovery story. So,
That is great. So
I'd
many people
actually
need to
like.
do it.
Yeah, I'd
We
actually
do.
like. Yeah, absolutely. I'd actually like to reach out to Scott H because he
Oh
does some
yeah.
volunteer work. Obviously, I would never ask him to come cam up, right? Because that's not what I'm about. But I would absolutely love for him to share some of his story or what he feels comfortable
Yeah.
with. So
Oh,
far, I haven't reached out to him yet. He doesn't really look at his emails, and he's very, very cautious. And I understand. I
right.
understand. Like I totally get it.
But it's a totally different subject too. You're not talking about Summer Wells. You're talking
Right.
about recovery, and he is all for that and very supportive of that. From what I've understood and seen in his chats, he very, very much is supportive and says, if you ever need to reach out to me, I'm here for you. For people like that, and that's other than the Summer Wells, you know. So I think that's really good, and I think you'll probably be very successful getting him on here. And I really thank you for having a place where people can tell their different stories. You know, I got a few,
Right.
but, you know, mine was more manipulation and, you know, how do you get over a lot living a lie completely?
Right.
You know,
And also coming up is my three healers. I have to talk to her like one on one before I have her on because um yeah, I just have to talk to her.
yeah. So it
But I would
sounds like you got a lot
absolutely
of good
love for
people.
her to share her story because everybody's story matters, guys.
Mhm.
That's what I keep like I always tell you guys, y'all's story
Does.
matters. Period.
Does. I agree.
We're gonna have the poetry night. I promised you that we would have it. I just have to kind of figure out how I can squeeze it in between working and all the other things that I've actually got lined up so far. So I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgot anybody. You can always reach out to my email if you need a friend. Um, I check it several times a day, even at work. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
she's got
but
to be checking mine too all the time.
um,
It's a good habit.
and did the mods put checking convictions
Yeah, they
channel
did.
link in the
Yeah, they
chat?
did. Most of the people here know me anyway, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me come on here and speak something, you know, tell
Well,
you kind of why
absolutely.
I'm here
Well,
and
you have a
what my
story to tell.
journey
You
to.
have you've still got more stories to tell because I've heard a couple of them.
Yeah.
So,
I've been
um,
through a lot in my life, but I'm
yeah,
older. You guys will get other. Hopefully, they're not like mine, but you know, you know, they're all important.
yeah,
Everybody's journey is important, and if you can touch just one person with something that you've said in
yeah.
any way,
It's worth
whether
it.
it's, you know, if it, as long as it's positive and it gives somebody a different way of looking at something that might be in a spot, you know, it might not even be a bad spot, but that one encouraging word will make them stop where they're at now before they do get in a really bad spot. So I think I encourage everybody to tell their story, no matter what it is. If you've had a journey, we all have had it, tell it.
Yes,
You're
absolutely.
helping all kinds of people. And I think that's
Absolutely.
great.
And that's absolutely like seriously my love language is helping and giving. Like
Yep.
no joke.
Mine too.
So
See,
I'm
friend,
all
get
about
moving.
paying it forward and just, being there when people need me and even if I'm not there physically, I will always stop to
Mhm.
pray for anybody that needs it.
Yep. Me too.
Always.
Yep. I just say everybody here, I pray for you all. I do, good or bad, whatever. I pray for my community. I say everybody that I've spoke to, typed to, or came across today. Maybe they be blessed with another day and less traumatic if it was. That's basically what I say every night. It's a general prayer for everybody. Want everybody to have a better tomorrow and feel that you and know that you are blessed and you matter. Your self-worth is very important. If it isn't to somebody else, it should be to you.
Right, absolutely. And I absolutely applaud you, Miss Midnight Moons, for turning your story into a victory.
All right.
We need more of that, like in life, period. Like, seriously.
That is.
I do believe I did, when I told my story, I did preface it by saying I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor, and have overcome, not half of what checking has went through or anybody else, but everybody's story is different. Everybody's walk is different.
What lessons yours from mine? It's still yours. It still affected you. So it doesn't make it any less than mine. I don't believe in that. I believe everybody's story is vitally important. Where somebody might think it's small, it wasn't small for that person. Let's just know that it wasn't small for that person, or they wouldn't have a story to tell in my eyes,
Right.
and yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think if you can speak, like, a lot of victims' parents speak and they go on with their life to make it better for other children, they're going by experience. And the best way to learn how to overcome something is from somebody with experience.
Absolutely.
So I value everybody's story because it's everybody's story I've heard, I've related to in some way or another.
You're right, Dukes. Sorry. Fear does hold back our great future. It absolutely does. That was a lot for me to, like, my fear was a lot for me to overcome because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm terribly shy. Like,
I used to be.
seriously shy, backwards shy. Like, when I meet new people, I'm the quiet one.
I used to be.
But
Not no more.
when I warm up, Katie, bar the doors because you can't. I get annoying.
When you feel comfortable, you let it fly, sister.
I do. I do. I do.
Yeah, I used to be too, until I decided to stand up and fight for something 5 years ago. And
Right.
that's when I became very, very, my voice mattered. I was going to make it matter. And as long as I'm speaking truth, I'm going to speak it loud. And I just kind of come accustomed to that. You know, I've evolved from dumb chick, knew nothing, to a bitch who thinks she knows everything.
Right. Yeah. I
But
wish
I
I was
don't.
through
I
a big
don't.
old
I
set of
don't. I
kahunas,
don't.
but
I learn every day. You know, I learn
oh
every day.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I do have a Google degree though in law enforcement.
Hey,
That's what we
more
say
than
over there.
some.
Yeah,
That's actually more than some, but
yeah. I can talk
we'll
to you
keep
all
it
night, so
PG.
we should just get off. People are like, "Shut up."
Hi, Punchline. Thank you for stopping in.
Hi.
Well, Frankie, I think I could talk to a wall if it spoke back, but I'm still like, well, and it wouldn't even have to speak back, like, seriously. But that's just it's different meeting new people. Like, new people terrify me. A group of people terrify me. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Kim's jumping
It's weird.
mods. She's gonna go from one to the next. Slow down,
Oh,
Kimmy, honey. We're
sorry.
okay. We're ending soon. Poor babe.
Yes, Kim, and I didn't forget you, babe. I sent you an email with my cell phone number. If you'll just reach out to me where we can find a date, or even just email me if you don't want to give me your cell phone number. Just email me and let me know what date you want to do the live poetry reading. That would be great. Please.
Dukes, I'm gonna go check it out. Sounds great. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, um, let me do like a little roll call. I know I didn't I haven't really said hi, and I haven't been really watching chat. Janica, B, Dukes, White Rabbit, Frankie, Lucia. I hope I'm saying your name right. Kim, obviously, my three healers, Punchline, and Julia,
Midnight Moon Mouse for two.
B,
B.
Janica. I'm probably repeating names. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go back down through chat. Anybody I missed, I'm sorry.
Every
Y'all,
one of
Miss
you.
Mala, thank you
Oh,
for
Miss
being
Mala, yeah.
here. Ellen, thank you for being here. I didn't see Lisa, so Lisa, if you were here, I love you too. If you catch the replay, I love you.
Love you, Lisa.
I'm kind of just scrolling. Midnight Moons, thank you for being here.
Frank.
Anybody that would like to share their story or feels comfortable sharing their story on my channel, feel free to email me. I will definitely host you. I don't think there's enough people speaking out about
Nana.
domestic violence or recovery. I think
Right.
that's just a lost niche here on YouTube. Mouse for you to envy. Thank you. Oh, I love you.
Listen, there's a lot of abuse in
Nana
different
for
ways.
live. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
You guys have a blessed day, and like I always say, guys, tell your loved ones you love them. You're not promised tomorrow, okay? And Diana, I forgot to tell you, I'm so sorry. Thank you for being here. But just pay it forward, and kindness is always key. You'll kill them with kindness before you'll hurt them with hate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I'm going to end this one. You guys have a great day, okay? Or
Thanks,
great
Dave.
evening.
I love you.
All right.
Everybody.
Bye-bye.